who gives the bride?
I do.
Dearly beloved, we meet here today to witness a sacred ceremony. The union of Michael and Kenneth. With great reverence, we come together to celebrate love and devotion shared by these two wonderful children of God. They stand before us and they are especially blessed by all of you, the family who have traveled to be here with them. The groom and bride are honored that you could be a part of this special occasion. Anytime I have the opportunity to do a ceremony, I figure the best place to start is the beginning. Back in Genesis, we have the very first wedding. I think about the Creator taking that time to look at Adam, the epitome of his creation, and we're looking at the beauty right around us of the Creator, but the most expressive beauty of God's creation is when a man and a woman decide that they will live the rest of their lives together. And so I think about God looking at Adam and saying, all of these other creatures have that special mate, but he doesn't. And God did something very special. He didn't just create another animal. It says that he made Adam sleep. And while he slept, he took a rib from Adam and created the perfect mate. Her name was Eve. And then in the Garden of Eden, God did the very first wedding ceremony himself when he brought Eve to Adam and said, "This is now flesh of your flesh, this is bone of your bone." And Adam said, "Yes, for all there I will leave everyone, my family, and I will cleave to her. And yes, we will become one flesh." Over the course of their relationship, Michael and Ken have developed a strong bond based on shared values and mutual respect. With a solid foundation from which to grow, they have made the decision to take the oath of marriage and spend the rest of their lives together. Let us join them in this moment of joy and celebration that is displayed here in their love today. May we also with them treasure these memories so that as we together, under the eyes of God, see them begin their new lives together. And I know that the two of you have chosen to do your own vows. So, Michael, you're going to be first. So you may start with your vows.
How many pages is that?
Print in bed, baby. Okay. Bear with me if I get choked up. Hold on. Mahalko. The first night I held you in my arms, I knew right then that I wanted to hold you every night for the rest of my life. The first time you said I love you, while we laid in bed, I felt the immediate craving, and I knew I want to hear those words leave your lips until the day comes you can no longer feel the warmth in my hands as I hold you tight. Okay, this one's gonna be hard. Sawakas,
Sa wakas,
ay
ay
pakiramdam,
pakiramdam
ko,
ko
completo,
kumpleto
na,
na
ako,
ako
sa aking buhay.
aking buhay.
Sometimes I wake in the middle of the night and see you snuggled beside me, and I get this feeling that the world isn't so lonely anymore. now that I have this amazing woman that truly loves me. Binigyan,
Binigyan
yeah, mo
mo
ako
ako
ng
ng
puso
puso
mong mahalin
ng mahalin
at
at
mahalin.
mahalin.
And this has made me the luckiest man alive. My goal is to make our love last 1,000,000 lifetimes. We will get through every bump in the road together and make forever actually be forever. Ikaw
Ikaw
ang
ang
aking
aking
matalik
matalik
na
na
kaibigan,
kaibigan,
aking
aking kasintahan,
kasintahan, aking
aking
pinagkak that one. That one's murder.
pinagkakatiwalaan,
Yeah. Aking pamilya
pamilya,
ang
ang
aking
aking
number one priority ang aking mundo. You're the first thing that is on my mind when I wake and the last thing before I close my eyes. This world is full of adventures and I enjoy taking on each and every one so much more that you will be by my side. I thank God every day for bringing you into my life. It nearly takes my breath away every time I sit and think that I get to build a life and a future with you. I promise to give you the best life possible and to always try and put a smile on your beautiful face even through the toughest moments. Ipina Peng Elise.
What are you trying to say?
What am I trying to say? Sorry, babe. I promise to give you the moments we both can treasure. The silly moments, the fun moments, the moments where we can disconnect from the world and feel like we are the only souls present and get lost in the love that we have for each other. I promise to love you like no one else has before. I promise to always put your needs before my own and always be a listening ear when you need it most. You can always run to me. I will protect you from any bad thing this world may throw our way. I promise you I will be the man you have always deserved. I love you, my beautiful wife. Because of you, I now know what forever will look like. And she is gorgeous.
Ken?
Not 3 pages. My love, this Bible verse is the completion of my love for you. My love for you is patient, is kind, it does not envy, it is not proud, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. My love for you does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. 1 Corinthians verse 13, line 4 to 6. Imagine loving someone that's actually healthy for you. I found that in you, Michael Stevens. From the long exchange of messages from Match to the first conversation we had on the phone, and when I finally met you in person, I knew in my heart that I found the man that I prayed and asked for from God. You are my forever. I promise that I will love you unconditionally. I promise that I will listen, hear, and to always consider your feelings and thoughts as we travel together in this wonderful journey. I promise that I will cherish our time together. I promise that I will be the wife that you deserve. And I promise that I will take care of you until we're old, because I'm not going anywhere. I will be with you until the end. My love, I am and will be with you forever.
So I'm going to ask you to join hands. Under the eyes of God and all of these witnesses that are gathered here, I'm going to ask you to make your declaration of intent. So, Michael, do you take Kenneth to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you promise to support her completely, to love her unconditionally, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Under the eyes of God and in the presence of these witnesses, Ken, do you take Michael to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you promise to support him completely, love him unconditionally, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
All right, and we're going to do the rings now. It's now time to exchange the rings. The circle formed by each ring is a symbol of your love and eternal commitment to one another. May these rings remind you always of these sacred promises you have made today in the sight of God and these witnesses. So, Michael, you're going to go first. And place the ring on her finger. And repeat after me.
It's not going anywhere.
I, state your name,
I, Michael Stevens,
give you,
give you,
state her name,
Kenneth,
this ring
this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
commitment,
commitment,
and the eternal vows
and the eternal vows
we have made today
we have made today
to each other.
to each other.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Ken, it's your turn. Ken, please repeat after me. I,
I,
state your name,
Kenneth,
give you,
give you,
his name,
Michael,
this ring
this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
commitment,
commitment,
and the eternal vows
and the eternal vows
we have made today
we have made today
to each other.
to each other.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I be wed.
I'm going to turn it over to
Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and supporting our beautiful couple with your support and your aloha. My name is Kelehua, and I'd like to share a little bit. In Hawaiian culture, we honor our loved ones with lei for every special occasion. And so what I want you to do is, you're going to hand your flowers right over. Someone can take your, or I can take them actually. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. And then what I'd like you to do is to turn toward each other. You're going to hold your hands, but in between the lei. Perfect. And I want you to look at your lei for just a moment. Each seed and shell and nut and flower that go into a lei represent the things that make you special and unique. And these are the things that you fell in love with each other for, the things that make you laugh and cry and sigh and giggle and get excited about life and each other. And so what I want you to do is, as you look at your lei, these things represent who you are. And as you present your lei to one another in just a moment, what you're saying to this person is, I give you everything that I have and everything that I am. You're saying, I thank you for accepting me for exactly who and exactly how I am, for knowing the real me, the depths of me, the intimate things others don't get to know. And you're saying, I thank you for growing up alongside me through the season we've come through and the many, many, many more that have yet to come. Using water from the ocean for our peak kite ceremony, there are places on the island where fresh water from the Ko'olau Mountains flows down and mixes with the salt water. And it was a place where Hawaiians would go for healing and purification. And so I would love the privilege of blessing the past, the present, and to an amazing future. And in true Hawaiian fashion, what I want you to do is I want you to take each other's lei and place it over one another's head and neck and give each other a kiss on the cheek. Okay? Perfect. Okay. And I want you to take each other's hands and you're going to repeat after me your Hawaiian vows. I'm going to go very slow and you're going to say these words to each other at the same time. You're going to say, Eia au,
Eia
Eia oi,
oi,
Ika,
ika,
Ho'iho,
ohiho,
Ke aloha,
ke aloha,
No kau,
noko,
A kau,
ako,
E kipa mai,
ekipa mai,
Ke aloha,
ke aloha,
Aloha vau,
aloha vau,
Ya oi.
Ya'oi.
yahi.
Yeah, that was good. Do you want to know what you said?
What did we say?
You said, Eia, here I am, and Eia oi, here you are. Ika ho'iho ke aloha, as we are surrounded by our love. No kaua kau for all of time. E kipa mai ke aloha. Let us remember to invite love back in. Aloha vau ya'oi means, for it is you that I love. Okay? In Hawaiian culture, sand is important and an important part of the culture. And as I'm sure you've observed, there's a lot of it. And we use the term one hanau to mean sands of my birth. And it talks a little bit about where one is from and who they are. And so what I want to do is give you each a satchel of sand. And I want you to look at your sand for just a moment. Your sand is made of the same material, but each grain is unique and special, just as you are unique and special to one another, kind of like we talked about with your lei. And so what I want you to do is to symbolically pour out your hearts to each other by opening your satchels. And at the same time, you're gonna pour your sand into this larger bag. Okay. And your satchels will go right inside. Perfect. And then I want you to close up the bag. As you look at your sand, you'll see that your individual sand has mixed, never to be separated again, just as you shall never be separated. And you'll have a little bit of the beach to take home with you to remind you of your vows and your promises to each other on this day. And so speaking of vows, I'm going to hold on to your sand. I'm going to have you bring the kids forward, okay? We're going to do the children's vows, okay? So you're going to step in the circle. And you guys can hold hands, okay? And what I'd like you to do, Michael and Kenneth, is you're going to repeat after me, okay? At the same time, you're going to say these words as you look at the kids, okay? We pledge to you
We pledge to you
our continuing love
our continuing love
as we surround you always
as we surround you always
with our arms
with our arms
of support and protection,
of support and protection,
for better or worse,
and for better or worse,
for richer or
for
poorer,
richer or poor,
in sickness and health.
in sickness and health,
We promise
we promise
to love and cherish you
to love and cherish you
all the days of our lives.
all the days of our lives.
We face the future as a family,
We face the future as a family.
as we have promises
Promises
and commitments
and commitments
to each other.
to each other.
We also make them to you
We also make them to you
because we love you.
because we love you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay, you can come right back out. And we've come to the most intimate and sacred part of the ceremony. This is the honi honi, the Hawaiian kiss. And we grow up learning aloha to mean hello, goodbye, greetings, and I love you. But the meaning that I'm sharing today is very special and appropriate for why we're here. If you take the word aloha and you split it almost in half, Alo means to stand face to face, just as you are. Ha is your breath, your life, your spirit. This is the honi honi, the expression of that aloha. And oftentimes around Polynesia, you'll see folks greet one another with the honi honi. So what I want you to do is to gently place your foreheads and your noses together. You're gonna close your eyes and just breathe. Ho'onani ka makua mau, ke keiki me ka uhane no, ke akua mau, ho'o mai ka ipu, ko ke ia'au, ko ke lau. Amene. E koma koma kua I loko ka lani e mahalo kākou ia oi no ke ia la me na po'e a pau. E olu olu e ho'o mai kai oi ke ia kane a me kia wahine ma ko laua male ana. Ke no noi ha'a nei kākou no na pu'u vai ma kaukau mau. E ha'awi I ke aloha nui. Ma kainoa o koma koma kua a me Yesu a me ka'uhane hemo lele. Amene. As you stand back and look at each other, I have the most important question of the day to ask each of you. Kenneth, do you take this man to be your husband, your partner, your best friend, and your most special companion all the days of your life?
I do.
And Michael, do you take this beautiful woman to be your wife, your partner, your best friend, and your most special companion all the days of your life?
I do.
Then by the power vested in me here in the state of Hawaii, along with your pastor, mahalo, mahalo, I am honored and privileged to pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss your bride. Congratulations. Everyone, another round of applause for our beautiful couple as they take their first walk down the aisle as man and wife.